Just hooked up the trailer, reset a trip computer for trailer. We are leaving with 91% battery. I'm going to show you the trailer here and double check the connections. This is a fairly big trailer. Tall enough to fit a golf cart, because that's what I'm getting, and some other stuff. Drop gate. Everything's locked up. I'll have a link in the description for this if you want to rent it. It's all hooked up. Big 5-prong, so there is trailer brakes on this, brand new tires on this and everything. And let's get on the road. I have a long drive with a wind drag behind me. This won't fit in there now.
What's the name of it?
It's a Tesla CyberTruck. It's all electric.
All right.
Yeah.
You ever look inside that?
Yeah.
You know, everybody gonna look when they see something like that.
Yeah. Well,
Ain't nothing in it but
Where's the truck at? The back?
So that sucks, having to drop the trailer just to go charge, and it says I have enough, but who knows. I guess there's one good thing about this camera.
In 1 mile, take exit 183 on the right toward Fayetteville.
So since it's empty and it's a V-shaped trailer, I'm actually putting the gain on the brake trailer quite a bit low. On the way back with the weight in it, I'll add that to make it a little bit more. But this being heavy enough, there's really, I mean, I don't know how heavy that trailer weighs, but this being a heavy vehicle, it's not pushing it around or anything. So let's get on the road. And I've widened the rearview mirror camera out the widest it can go. That way I can see. I wonder if it looks better up there. Nah, I still like it over here. So I just put in the destination. It looks like we'll get to the Rockingham supercharger with 10%. Not sure if that's going to be, if we'll make it to that one, but we're going to see how it goes. On the road again.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Johnson Dairy Road.
This might be a long drive because it's already redirected me to a Charlotte supercharger. I mean, I left with 90% battery, and it says that I'm going to get to the next charger at 83% or 82% battery. It's already predicting that I have to charge way early. Towing with a trailer. I mean, I guess that's what this whole video is about. I mean, that thing is empty back there, but I'm already having to stop in 11 miles. This is gonna be a long day. So it's redirected me, and it says it's 11%, but I've been going slow in the last few miles. Do I charge now? Because I looked and there's really no charging along the way. Oh man, it's gonna be slow charging. Maybe I should just stop really quick just to put a little bit in it. That buffer, because there's nothing. I'm going out in the middle of nowhere. So again, the problem with towing a trailer with an EV. Now there's a wait. This thing, the supercharger's full. Great. I recalculated it, and now I have to stop here because I've been preconditioning to get to this one. And there's a wait. I may have to drop the trailer and then charge somewhere because of, oh my gosh, already half hour into the drive. And so, you know, I'm doing this because I really wanted to buy a camper and do some camping with the wife, a RV, and with the bathroom and everything, and really take weekends. But at this rate, without having that battery extender, towing with an EV sucks. I mean, obviously, but 11% getting to a charger is fine. I would be totally fine with that. Actually, that's perfect for me. But towing this thing and not knowing, so this popped up. 2D, 3B, 3D are out. So that's why it's full-ish.
In 500 feet.
Now I'm gonna have to drop the trailer just so I can charge. Ugh. So that sucks, having to drop the trailer just to go charge, and it says I have enough, but who knows. But there's a Starbucks here. Now again, if I was used to towing this trailer all the time, then I would, you know, be more comfortable with that 11%. But, you know, first time towing with an EV, it's not turned out so great, but we'll see how it is on the way back. Maybe it's just the computer freaking out because it's not used to a trailer, and then maybe we were gonna be fine. Hooked up, let's see if the turn signals are working. Yep, let's get going again. All right, so now it says 27% Rockingham supercharger.
Now turn right onto Panner Drive.
It's kind of cool, and just playing with the settings as I'm driving. The truck knows that the trailer's 1,500 pounds, and it knows the dimensions, which is kind of crazy. It's 16 foot. I thought it was 12, but I was looking at different sizes, but that's insane. Might not be a bad idea to buy a trailer like this, store it at the shop, use it when I need it, but also rent it out. $100 a day? Not so bad. Wrap it, I1 Customs. Maybe you can rent a trailer from me.
Now turn left onto US Highway 401 South.
Stopping at the Laurinburg, North Carolina supercharger. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's a V3, but it's kind of set up weird. I'm gonna have to block some chargers, which is fine. There's 11 stalls available out of the 12, so no one's there. And you know, if they wouldn't have parked there, those are for trailers. I'm gonna have to block the handicap, but I think this is the best route. Then I'll just have to back up a little bit and sneak out of here. Let's go charge. Trips, we went 114 miles, 972 watt-hour per mile, and the trailer's empty. I'm kind of curious what it's going to be like on the way back. And I did mostly the speed limit. Sometimes I was 5 over the speed limit, especially as I got closer to here. But that's pretty nuts. That's a lot. That's a lot of power. Looks like, I don't know what the hell that is. Maybe they had someone cut some cables. It's kind of a nasty cable. This one doesn't have it. That's weird. Let's make sure we're charging. Well, let's go to another one, because obviously this one doesn't work.
What's the name of it?
It's a Tesla CyberTruck. It's all electric.
All right.
Yeah.
You ever look inside that?
Yeah. It's basically an RC car that you could drive. You like it?
Yeah. What's the car deal?
Pardon?
What's the name of the car?
The car?
Yeah.
It's a Tesla CyberTruck.
Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Because you know everybody gonna look when they see something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's wrapped chrome too, so it's
I bet they pretty expensive too.
You had it covered. You had
it's
it.
about as much as this.
Really?
Yeah. It's about 70 something.
Oh well, yeah, you're right.
It's got
Now
back
that
seat.
don't run no gas though, right?
No, it's all electric.
All electric.
Yep.
A big screen.
Oh yeah, it's an 18-inch screen in there. You should thank Tesla for all the screens you have in there, because no one was putting giant screens in until Tesla started to.
Yeah.
Now everyone's got screens in there.
Ain't nothing in it but
Where's
a
the
screen.
truck at? The back?
Yeah, the bed's back there. It's a tonneau cover. It's a 6-foot bed. It's a full-size truck.
It smells good in there.
All right, I'll see you.
Hey, we smoked too much.
I love the interaction with the people. I didn't want to put the camera right in their face, but I'm sure it picked up everything. Couldn't understand that guy too much, but he said it smelled good in here, it smelled like weed. I think that was him. I think he was just smelling himself. I don't know. I don't smoke, so it must be him. I love the interaction with people that don't even know what this thing is. It's kind of weird. I mean, I am in the middle of nowhere, but it's kind of weird that people haven't seen one of these things before and don't know what it is. We're in this world where we know what everything Tesla, but it's kind of crazy that people still aren't like that. So it's pretty funny. We've got a little bit to charge. To get to our destination, it's calculating, it's trying to figure everything out. I'm going to let this charge because I do have some time. It's at a 256 kilowatts. It's peaked. I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to walk all the way down to Chick-fil-A and have some lunch. So I'm sitting here eating my lunch and charging, which I'm almost ready to go. But you would think, you see this giant trailer and a curb in front of it, because you can see the curb right there. You know that I can't just drive over that. Why would you park there? That blue car was not there at the time. There's stalls over there. There's a first stall. Why would you park here? So I have one little spot to back up and get around. Yes, I am blocking, but there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other stalls that he could have chose. Just saying. Well, I made it, as they made it more difficult. Looks like we'll get there with 17% battery, charged to 275, 85%. Right in town, right off the highway, there's a V4 supercharger, so we should get some fast speeds. I'm not sure if I'll charge before. Since the battery will be warm, maybe I will charge before. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put it in the destination of that charger. That way I can just leave and get on the highway. So wind and speed, they're huge enemies of towing. So I'm doing 75, which is 5 over the speed limit, which most people do 5 over the speed limit. And my watt-hour per mile is 1337 since I left that supercharger. Yes, it takes a little bit to take off and get up to that speed, but I didn't floor it or anything like that. So it uses a lot more power. It shows I'm going straight to the supercharger. It shows I'll get there with 17%. So I'd like to see, I think I got a software update on this, so I should be able to charge fast at that supercharger being a V4. Be kind of interesting. The first one I stopped at was a V4 as well. I don't know if it was unlocked for super fast charging, but I was at 89%, or no, I was at something like that. I was really high, so I wouldn't get that fast charging. So I'm almost to the supercharger, and you know, I'm just sitting in the car, answering phone calls, making appointments for window tint at I1 Customs, of course. If you're in the Charlotte area and you want some window tint, hit me up. My information's down below as well. We do window tint, paint protection film, vinyl, we do everything. Anyway, I'm almost to the supercharger, 0.7 miles I'm getting off here, and be charging it up quite a bit. I think I'm going to charge quite a bit so I can have enough so I can just get back to that supercharger. But 20% battery we got here with. I did drop down to the speed limit, so the watt-hour per mile did go down a little bit. All these new chargers, I'm going to block these over here because there's only 3 of them. I'm going to use that first handicap one. I know it's designed for last use, but I'll help anybody that gets here if they need help. But no one's here. But if I charge here, I'm able to pull straight out, and there's a ton of them left over. Let's see how fast this one is. All right. Long cables. Grab the handle. Plug her in. I mean, there's tons of spots. Let's go see how fast this ramps up. So as that's ramping up, let's look at the trip computer. We've done 174 miles. We used 185 kilowatts at 1,000 watt-hour per mile, just over 1,000. There we go. I had to move to a different stall, but we hit 301. That's pretty crazy, the speeds, although it's already dropping. We're at 30%, and that's really the curve when it starts dropping down. I'd really like to get to one of these fast superchargers at like 5%, because that's when it's really kicking in, warming up, and then really you only get the super fast speeds between 10 and 30, because now we're at 30% and we're already down to 270 kilowatts. So I mean, whoop-de-doo, these fast superchargers, you get an extra 2 minutes of fast charging. It'd be nice if we were allowed to use the faster speeds for longer, like click a button and say, hey, you know, I know it's going to risk the battery, but I'd like to charge faster this time. And maybe you don't do it all the time, but you want to stay at, you know, 325 kilowatts for, you know, up to 40%, something like that. You know, maybe we should do that, because now it's already back to a regular charger. 249 actually, we're under at 33%. So it would be nice to have the option. I might have to use this view to back up the trailer. Talk about a bird's eye view here. Yeah, could have used this at the last charger. It's kind of funny seeing everyone take pictures of this thing. I mean, the wrap is kind of wild, but you know, pulling a trailer as well. What I like to do when I get to these superchargers, there's nothing to do, just sit in the car for a long time. I like to take a walk. The last supercharger I walked to go get some lunch. That was like a quarter of a mile or so, maybe half a mile by the time I got there and back. Just, you know, breaks up the trip a little bit instead of just sitting in the car again longer. I've done some long trips before. I've driven to California twice, drove to Montana, and then down through Utah into Arizona and back. Got some miles, long supercharging trips. Never towing like this before, but it's interesting. Interesting doing something new with a Tesla. Most people won't do this, but I like doing stuff like this. Now I have less time because of the wrap shop, but you know, it's fun to take little breaks and stuff like that. So I do have some projects coming up. I got a light bar that I'm going to be installing, maybe tomorrow even, I'm not sure, but I'm going to be doing some things to the truck. I've got a really cool kit coming for this truck, maybe some wheels, I think, and it's going to be looking cool pretty soon. I mean, it already looks cool, already gets attention. All right, I'm sitting here charging and I'm at 82%. It's taken quite a long time. I'm still getting 88 kilowatts. So right now, if I leave and go back to the charger that I was, I'll be at 20%. Now I still have to go fill up the truck or the trailer. I should make it there, although I'm gonna be heavier. I guess I'll just charge longer because I'm putting a golf cart table and stuff. It's not gonna be that, I guess it's heavy. Golf carts are heavy. It is lithium batteries, so I'll be adding more lithium to this whole trip. This is a problem. If I towed all the time, that'd be different, but I don't tow much. So it's kind of awkward to know how much to charge for. At 93%, we got plenty. I just stayed here and got on social media, just looking around, and we're ready to go. Gonna load up now. People taking pictures. Just pulling over to check on the tail lights. I didn't unhook anything, but let me show you how this thing is packed. So I've got no light in here, but there's an oak table and chairs. It's a round table. I have like 3 leaves at my house for this thing, 6 chairs. If anybody's interested in chairs, I also have a stair lift for straight stairs on the right side. Brand new, we just bought it not that long ago. Golf cart is not for sale, but the table, you know, if someone's looking for this stuff, it doesn't fit in my mother-in-law's apartment. If someone's in the Mooresville area and they're interested, they know someone that needs something, hit me up, let me know. Obviously my email's down below. I didn't record anything at that person's house just because didn't want anything to do with him at all. It says I can go to Rockingham, which is the supercharger after, but I think I'm gonna stop at the first one because now this thing is gonna be even heavier because of that golf cart, and we need to get on the road, get home. I still have probably 4-hour drive, stopping probably 3 times to charge. Even though we are at 91%, we're gonna be able to charge a lot on the way home. So I'm gonna get on the road and I'll see you at that same supercharger that we were at that we kind of got blocked, but I'm gonna get on the road, kind of cool off a little bit. 91%, just to show you, 91%. Let's go through the settings. We have 178 miles to go. and we're gonna have to charge 3 times. That's fun. All right, let's get going. I'm actually driving faster, but we're getting the same watt-hour per mile as we left that place to get there. So I think the extra weight is helping push us a little bit once we get it going. So might as well go a little faster and get home faster because this is going to take a long time. Anyway, trailer's definitely making a little bit more noise with all this weight in it. And there's no one at the supercharger, which is good.
Now turn right.
Looks like we'll be going to the same one. I would have liked to go to that one if he wasn't there. But we'll go all the way down again. And hopefully no one blocks us. This won't fit in there now. What the hell's going on here? Anyway, let's go to the last trip here. Oops. Let's go to the trip computer. Might as well keep doing this. 238 miles, 1128. Yes, I was going a little fast that trip, but I want to get home, so we're gonna charge here, and then I'll have to stop at least one more time, I'm sure. I think I'm gonna charge deep into this, depending on how fast I get. We're at 256 right now. We'll see how this goes. There is one charger. I may have to stop in Charlotte. I may want to stop at that charger at where I stopped the first time. I'm not positive because I probably will have to disconnect. We'll see. This is a long day. And I still have to unload this trailer at the shop tonight and take the trailer back in the morning. So I have a predicament here. I'm at this charger and it's filling up, but I don't really have a ton. There's no superchargers really along this way except for right here, which I can go here, but it's not that far away. I'd like to get a little farther because I've got 74 miles on it. I can go to this charger in Matthews, which is close, but then this is the one I stopped at before. If I go to this one, I can't, that one I probably have to unhook the trailer, and it still want me to stop in Matthews. I still get to Matthews with -4. So I'm gonna have to pretty much fully charge unless I just go to this Rockingham supercharger, eat up some power, even though it's not far away. How far is it? It's only 18 miles away. So just go fast, use up a lot of power, and then I can continue on. I think that's what I'm gonna do, just so I don't have to stay here any longer, because this supercharger is filling up. And here's a Rivian coming, and he's gonna block me. Go up to the next one because this Rivian is gonna be in my way. This makes more sense with that filling up so fast. Everyone's charging there. I was actually blocking, well, 3 stalls at work. So let me just jump to the next one. It's not far, and then we'll hopefully charge there. There's 11 stalls available. Actually, I didn't even look to see if it was a V2 or not, but
Now turn left on Highway 4.
we need to make more pull-through chargers for trailers. Same charger I was at this morning, V4. Made it here exactly what the car said, is figuring out, the weight of the trailer. But we'll be home soon. All right, made it back to the shop. It is late. It is, what time is it? 9:13. I picked this up at 10 o'clock this morning. So let's look at the trip computer. 364 miles, 398 kilowatt hours, and then we're over almost 1100 watt-hour per mile. That's insane. That's a lot of power just to haul this. Let me show you what I got here. Trailer's empty, and I gotta take it back tomorrow, but really it was just this table and chairs, really nice oak table and chairs, and then this golf cart, and then this stair lift. in that trailer. The biggest thing is that thing is a wind drag. It's a V, so it's pulling the car back all the time. It's crazy. Now we have 2 golf carts in here. We got this one and this one we're wrapping, this green one here. This one's actually going to satin black. This got dropped off last week. We got this one we're going to wrap to make it look like that one, really. Maybe we'll wrap the other one too. Speaking of wrapping, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to go home, put this trailer back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in a table, let me know. There's a link down below if you're interested in a stair lift, if you need a stair lift. Again, right side, and it's for 14 stairs, I think, something like that. Anyway, it's a really good lift. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome, stay positive. I'm not buying a camper. May buy a trailer, but I'm not buying a camper. I'll see you on the next one.